Hey guys, and welcome to my commissions info video. In this one I'm going to be telling you what you should note if you want to commission me. The first obvious thing is that you can't commission me unless my commission slots are open. I'm going to be telling you more about that soon. This is a general commission info video. So in this video I'm going to be telling you a little bit about the general rules, like which characters I make, which I won't make. I'm going to be telling you about what to expect if you send in the commission form, what I'm going to be replying to you and all that, how that works. I'm going to tell you a little bit about which commissions take priority over other ones. And also I'm going to go through the commissions form with you so that you know what to expect from that, and if you have any questions about that you'll find the answers in this video. So first off, what I want to say is that you can only commission me through my website, which is piaslittlecustoms.com. It's spelled exactly like my username here on YouTube and on Instagram, so that shouldn't be too hard to find. So what you do is, if you see that my commissions are open on my Instagram, or I say it on my YouTube, or I say it somewhere on my other social media sites, you go to this page, piaslittlecustoms.com, and you click on commissions, and there you can see all the information that you need. And there is also one under section which is called Commission Me. And so if you click on that, you'll come to my commissions form, which you have to fill and then send in, and I get that as an email, and I get your email address, which, by the way, you have to put in your correct email address for me to be able to reply to you. And so obviously I get in the form and I look through it. If there's any problems, I might reply to you like, this and this didn't work out because this and this is wrong in your request, and then we can maybe work it out. But some things, if I notice that you've just ignored some of my commission rules, such as demanding that I make something from a rare base figure, I don't reply to your request. I'm sorry. I get so many requests that I can't just reply to everyone. So please be very careful when you're looking through the commission rules, that you know exactly what you can and can't request from me. So basically you send in the form, I reply to you to your email address. I tell you, you know, if it's okay, how we should proceed from that, which is I tell you the price, I tell you the estimated date when it's going to be done. That's it usually takes me around 2 weeks to make a custom, sometimes less, sometimes more. What you also have to do is you have to pay the full price for the commission beforehand. I do that through PayPal, or sometimes I can put up an Etsy listing for you which says, you know, custom request for, you know, insert your name there. And then you can buy the listing from me, but I have to add 20 cents to the price of that because the listing on Etsy costs that much. So there's that little thing. Otherwise I just prefer using PayPal, so I send you an invoice to your PayPal's email address, and then once you've paid it, I just start making your custom. And I can keep you updated at any time, especially if it's a more complex piece with different sculpted parts. You can always ask me to send you pictures of the progress and, you know, have you already sculpted it, what does it look like and all that, and I can send you pictures of it and we can check that it's looking okay and all that. Also, if I have any questions, I will send you something. If you have any concerns, you can always contact me to my email address, which you will get, obviously, once I've replied to you, to your commission form. And so, usually after, you know, within the time frame before the deadline, which is the estimated date, I usually contact you saying, okay, your custom is done, here are a few photos of it. If there's something unclear in the photos, you can always ask me to send more, that's not a problem at all. And once you say, this is great, okay, send it, then I just ship it off to your address that you've provided me, also either in the commissions form or in our conversation. So usually shipping, I only send priority. I can send sometimes tracking as well. That costs a little bit more. I'm sorry about the shipping prices, by the way. It's because this is Finland. Finland is very expensive when it comes to shipping for some reason. So I'm sorry about that. That's something I can't change because that is literally what it costs, and I take no cost for the packaging material, so that's literally what it costs to send the actual parcel to you. So as I already said, you can either get just normal priority shipping. With that it should take maybe like 10 to 12 days. I just ask that you're more patient sometimes because there can be problems also on the US side and things. I mean, especially if you're requesting the custom somewhere outside of Europe, it can take a while to come there, and that's something that I can't do anything about. Obviously, within like 30 to 60 days, if it hasn't arrived, I will refund you the whole thing, and you know, hopefully that doesn't happen. It's almost never happened to me that my customs haven't arrived, so you shouldn't be too worried about that. So onto the rules about which characters I make, which I won't make. I will not replicate any characters that I have already made a commission for someone of. So if, for example, someone asked me to make their cat into an LPS, that one has turned strangely popular. Many people seem to think that it's a really great custom and they want to have the same one. I will not replicate it, I'm sorry. If you have a cat that looks very similar, you can send me a photo of it and I will make, you know, my own interpretation of what that looks like onto the same base figure, for example. And it might look very similar, but I'm not replicating the existing custom simply because this was someone else's commission of either, you know, their pet or their original character, and that's something that I don't want to, you know, mess with. I want them to have their own piece and that it's unique and that it's theirs, and you will get your own unique piece, which is yours, and it's inspired by whatever you provided me with. Also, if I've sometimes made like a Pokemon character for someone, that's fine. I can totally make a new Pokemon because it's not someone else's character in a sense. So that's okay, you can commission me to make any of those. However, if it's a custom that has been sold on eBay on an auction, for example, like my Toothless dragon, like my Rainbow Corgi dragon, which is an original character by me, which I don't mind making again in a slightly different style, but very kind of similar to the original one. And anyway, stuff like that that had been sold on auction on eBay, I can't sell it to you at a lower price than what the thing was sold on eBay for. And that's sometimes quite a high price, so please take that into consideration before you commission me for any very popular characters. I will tell you all of this even if you send me a message saying like, could you make, for example, Foxy again? Then I will reply to you saying, okay, if it's made from the exact same base figures, it will cost this and this much, and you know, we can work from there. And you can also just tell me like, yeah, okay, I don't want that one, maybe we can do something else, and we can still work it out. As long as you reply to me quickly, you will keep your commission spot. If there are many days in between that you don't reply to my emails, I might have to take another commission instead of yours, because I work very quickly. I try to get everything done as quick as possible, so there is no real priority in these other than the people who reply to me the quickest and have sent in the request the quickest, they get the commission slots. I usually tell you once you contact me, you know, how likely it is that your custom is going to be made. So if you're the first one who sends me a message, I'm going to be saying, hey, you're the first one who sent me a request, so you have a very good chance of getting a commission spot as long as you reply to me quickly and we work it out quickly, and you know, all that goes smoothly. And I will also, of course, if I, for example, only have 5 commission slots and someone sends me as the 6th person, I'm going to tell them that they are kind of in a spare slot, like, I'm not sure if I can make it this time, but I will definitely try to make it and see how it goes with the 5 first commissions. You know, if there's someone there who doesn't reply, then I'm gonna obviously have to take them out of the list and all that. I hope it's clear and not just me rambling. Other characters that I will absolutely not make is other people's original characters. So for example, if you have another artist that has made a custom of one of their characters and you send me a link of their custom or their artwork saying, hi, I want one of these, that's not gonna happen. I don't copy other people's customs, I don't want to copy them. If you send me something that you've drawn based on something, I will research it and I will try to do my hardest so that I don't copy someone else. If I've copied someone else accidentally, that is definitely an accident, because I do not approve of people copying customs, as I've made it very clear. So, you know, you won't be able to request from me a custom similar to something that another artist has done. I hope you understand and respect that. And also, just in general about the characters, I always have the right to deny a commission or a character if I feel like that's something I can't do, because I only want to produce high quality customs, you know, do the best that I can, and if there's something that for me just doesn't feel like I can make it look really, really good, I probably won't make it then. That's simply because, you know, I only want you to pay for something that for me feels like I really did my best job that I could possibly do. So, it's for you, not for me, that I have this rule. So, other rules about base figures, for example, I have a list of available base figures on my website, which again, it's piaslittlecustoms.com. You can see there the base figures that I have. I try to keep it sort of updated. It might be a little bit outdated in some parts, but mostly it should be fine. When you're filling in the commissions form, just type in the number of the pet that is similar to what you want. So if you want, for example, a frog LPS, just, you know, copy the number of any frog that you know and just send it to me, and I can Google LPS frog and then the number, and then I'll know, okay, it's this one. Or you can check from my available base figures list, because then I usually have a reference number there, which just is a similar base figure to the one that I have in stock currently. As you might already know, I don't customize rare pets. This one in particular includes G2 Cocker Spaniels, Great Danes, Dachshunds, Collies, short-hair cats, also other G2 pets that are very hard to find and very expensive, such as Pomeranians are quite hard to find. What else is there? Foxes are quite hard to find, they're quite expensive. Something else. If I have those figures in stock, I might be able to use them. That will cost a little bit more because the base figure is a bit more expensive. But what I already said about those really, really rare ones, the dogs and the cats that I mentioned, I can't make customs based on those. They're also not in my available base figures list, unless you send me the base figure for it. The way it works is that you just send me the same commission form that you would normally send. You choose from the list, I want to send you a base figure, and then you just send it to me, and I take off a little part of the price, because the base figures I usually count something like 3 to 4 to 5 euros of the price. So that's what I take away from the price then if you send me the base figure. I will not pay for the shipping for that base figure, you have to pay for it. And you can sometimes just order something from eBay, for example, and just type in my address. That's fine by me, that, you know, and I will inform you once it comes to my place. I've never scammed anyone with this. You can check with Bubble LPS TV. I've made several customs for her, and she's done this thing that, you know, she's ordered something from eBay and then she's just shipped it to my place. Instead of shipping it to hers, and that was totally fine. So normally when you send me a base figure, you just fill in the form, send it to me. Sometimes, occasionally, I will not be able to make these commissions because it takes a really, really long time usually for the base figure to arrive, for me to contact you that it has arrived, and then for us to work out the details and getting the payment and all that. Because I normally don't want to take the payment before the figure has arrived, simply because it feels strange, like what if the figure doesn't arrive? However, this means that if the figure does arrive and you don't pay me for the commission price, I will not send the figure back to you. So please keep that in mind. So then, yeah. So obviously, if everything goes smoothly, it goes like this. You send in the commission form, I send you a yes, okay, blah, blah, send me the base figure, here's my address. Then you send it to me, and I get it, and I send you a message saying, hey, the base figure arrived, you can pay for your commission now, and then you pay it, and then I make your custom, and then I send you the pictures once it's done, and then I send it to you. And that has worked fine several times already, so it's usually not a big problem. But as I already said, occasionally I don't take these types of commissions because it takes quite much longer than if I just make something from a base figure that I already have at home. Another thing you need to know, usually if I open 10 commission slots, you can commission me for several figures at once. I don't mind making even 2 or 3 customs for you, because normally I open commissions quite frequently. It's just recently now during the summer holidays I didn't want to have like a lot of commissions to do before going on vacation and stuff, so that I don't mind that. The next time I'm going to open commissions, it's only 5 slots. This means I'm not going to be able to do several customs for you at once, because it would feel kind of unfair, because my commissions have been closed for quite a long time. Many people are interested in getting a commission, so those 5 are just going to be 5 different customs to 5 different people, and hope that's not a problem. As far as the pricing goes, if you complain about the prices, that's very disrespectful. I try to keep my prices as low as possible. The price includes, obviously, the price of the base figure, which is removed if you send me the base figure yourself and I don't have to pay for it. The price includes the sculpting material price, which is quite expensive. The paints that I use are very expensive. That is also included in the price. Obviously, the time and effort I put into this, obviously I have to buy new brushes and stuff like that. So literally, this is not a high price considering the hours that I spend on making this thing for you. I also obviously make a sketch before making the custom and I send it to you so you can see that this matches exactly what you want. So it is a commissioned piece of art that I make for you, and I promise you that it's worth every penny that you put into it, because it's a special commission that I've made for you and that you can cherish, you know, for the rest of your life. So now that I've told you the rules and stuff about commissions, you can also find the pricing reference on my website. However, please know that every single commission is priced individually, so it might not match exactly what it says there. That's just for reference. I'm now going to show you the commissions form, and I'm going to just briefly go through with you what all the different fields mean. And yeah, I'm just going to go through that and do a little voiceover for that. So here you can see my commissions form. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I'm just going to go through the different fields with you. So here you can see that the first one is obviously name of the character. This is just for reference so that I know which character we're talking about. The email that is sent to me when you fill in this commission form actually says the name of the character there, so that's why it's good for me to at least have some sort of reference. Next one is descriptions and or links to reference pictures. That is obviously, for example, if you're commissioning a character that already exists, such as a Pokemon or a Digimon or whatever creature you might come up with, it's really good for me if you could just find a few reference pictures that you like and, you know, for you show the correct colors and everything, so that I don't have to start to try to find something that matches exactly your idea of what this character looks like. Because, for example, with Pokemon and stuff, there's so much fan art that, you know, the colors always look different in different pictures, so it's really good if you could just find me something that you think looks good, and then I can use that as a reference for the colors, for example. Next one is, if you have a deadline for the custom, please choose a date. So obviously I can't always fulfill those dates, but it's good for me to know that if I have the chance to make something in time for your deadline, that would be obviously ideal, and then maybe I can prioritize your commission before other ones. Normally I make my commissions fairly quickly after one another, but then, you know, if you have a deadline, then I can prioritize that one. Next one is preferred base figure, and you have a few options that you can choose here. So first one is, this is for example if you want to commission an original character from me that is something that I've personally designed for you, so meaning that you maybe give me a reference saying like you want a fire elemental made from a cat, and so then you can click here, you can use any figure you want for my custom, and I will obviously try to use a cat for that, and then, you know, just whichever cat I think suits it best. And the second one is here, please use a specific figure you have in stock, and then you have to fill in which one in the description box. So if you look at the list of available base figures, I have that one on my page. In that case, you can choose this and you can fill in a reference number for which base figure that is. In the list where I show the available base figures that I have in stock, you can actually see a reference number that I've written down, so then you can use that in your description. The next option is, I want to send you a figure to customize. This is specifically for rare figures. You can also send me any figure you like, but in some cases with my commissions, this is not an option. If I just want to get these commissions over with pretty quickly, then I'm just going to be using figures that are in stock, but this is an option if you want to save a bit of money with the base figure, or if you want to have a rare figure customized for you. And the last option is, I want to have a specific non-rare figure that you don't currently have in stock. This just means that if there's a figure that you want to use for your custom, such as, let's say, a specific lizard or whatever, some sort of cat that's not very rare or something like that, and I don't happen to have it in stock at the moment, I can order it for you. And the reason why it's saying here like non-rare is because I won't be buying any sort of extra expensive figures just for your commission, because I don't have the possibility to do that unless you pay extra for the base figure, obviously. In that case, it's fine. Normally I don't really like buying more figures to customize because I have very many in stock already, so please just try to find something from those that you would like, and that will be much easier for both of us, and your custom will be done much quicker in that case. And so the next one is preferred method of payment. I only have two options, PayPal and Etsy listing. I'm going to add here to the form that the Etsy listing costs 20 cents more than the PayPal listing, or the PayPal payment, because if I list something on Etsy, then I have to pay a little fee for listing it, so that will cost extra, but I understand if you don't have PayPal and you want to buy it through Etsy, then that's fine by me. It's just going to cost a little bit more. I prefer PayPal. The easiest way is then that I get your email address from this commission form, and then usually it's the same address that goes to your PayPal, so then I can just send this invoice to your PayPal and you pay it, and that's fine. Right, and then the next one is here, your personal information. This is mostly for me just so that I can just ship your custom directly when you say that it's okay, so that I don't have to wait for the address. If you don't fill in this, that's fine. I can just ask for the address once the custom is done, but it does make it a little bit quicker, you know, if you just fill it in here, and then I can just ship it immediately when you say that the custom is okay. And here, obviously, the only thing that I really need to know is your country, because otherwise I can't tell you what your shipping costs are. So country is the only thing that is necessary to have here. And then this one is very important. It's the email address. This is because when I get the commission form to my email, this is the email address that I then reply to. So if you put a fake email here, you're never gonna get my email when I reply to your commission. So please be very careful that you put in a real address and that it's correct. And then the final one is an anti-spam question, which is fill in the missing word. This should be pretty self-explanatory. I just have it here as a question so that there are no spam bots that can start sending me lots of spam. And then finally, the thing that you have to click here is I am over 18 years old or have my guardian's permission. This is because I only take serious requests. If I can see from your commissions form that you don't have a guardian's permission or you're not over 18, then I'm not gonna do the commission. I'm sorry, because it's very important to me that I only take serious requests so that I can just get these commissions done as quick as possible and then, you know, open up new commission slots sooner rather than later. So it's very important that if you're a young person, then just please ask your parents for permission, because they're probably going to be the ones paying for it. Yeah, and then finally, when you've written everything and clicked on the I am over 18 years old or have my guardian's permission thing, just click submit, and I will get your commission form, and I will try to reply to you within a few days. If it's a weekend, I probably won't reply. I will usually just try to work on weekdays, so bear that in mind. But yeah, that's it for the commission form. So that's it. I hope that this might have answered all your questions that you had about commissions, and I hope that I'm gonna get as many commissions as possible from you guys one day, so I can make personalized customs for all of you. And I hope that this helped, and I hope to make many commissions soon. Yay! So thanks for watching, and thanks for maybe commissioning me if you did, or if you will do that at some point. So thank you for that, and thanks for watching, and bye bye!